Hey guys, Mark here bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to talk about the buffs to the Majin Buu Saga category while just doing a quick run here with a build of the team. We are going to be using, we got the good old Int Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta from the 3-year anniversary, who of course are currently being buffed as part of the anniversary countdown campaign. And we got a couple of other units on the team. We are running the double STR Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito as the leads, because with their EZA they of course are Majin Buu Saga 180% leader. Not necessarily the most optimal leaders for a Buu Saga team, but it gives us the option to use any characters we want, and primarily to highlight a couple of characters that I wanted to show off in this video now that they've been added to the category. So a bunch of units were added. It was in the news the other day, the adjustment to categories, or certain characters categories. Basically, Buu Saga has been added to a whole bunch of Kid Goten and Trunkses. Obviously the physical Goten and Trunks who are on the team. There's also a couple of Krillins, the banner unit for the physical Goten and Trunks. There's also the Tech Krillin in the Piccolo drip from the second Broly movie, from the barbershop. It's mostly units from, it's mostly Goten and Trunks actually. If you look at the list, like over half the list is like Goten and Trunks units. And basically what they've done is they've gone in and added characters from the BUU Broly movie, the second Broly movie, and then the Harudagan movie. They've gone in and added those to the Buu Saga category, which is interesting because obviously we know from the initial release of the Go Bros, although I say that, was Buu Saga a category back then? I know Goku and Vegeta family were fairly early categories. I can't remember, I think it was, but the Go Bros have been on the Buu Saga, which is interesting because obviously they are movie heroes characters as well. And the second Broly movie, none of the movies are canon, right? We know this. It doesn't matter, of course, like they're still good, still can be enjoyed, but they're not canon to the main timeline of the story. However, each one, despite not having an exact specific, like, okay, yeah, this is where this fits and it all makes sense, they all kind of have a rough placement in the main timeline for like where they should take place. And the second Broly movie very clearly takes place after the Buu Saga has already started, because, you know, Videl has already learned to fly and cut her hair, so the whole training with Gohan stuff is all done. She's already uncovered that he's Saiyaman and then got him to train her, but there hasn't yet been the World Tournament because Goku is obviously not back in the living world because of the whole, I guess it's still very unclear the way it's shown, but it's like a wish on the Dragon Ball. I mean, the active skill for the Family Kamehameha Gohan makes it more clear than the movie, right? That it's actually a wish on the Dragon Balls that makes Goku appear for the Family Kamehameha. So the movie obviously takes place in that time where the characters are getting ready, training and preparing for the World Tournament, where Goku then obviously comes back and then all the shenanigans kick off. The BUU Broly movie takes place no, it's after the World Tournament, because their whole thing with like Android 18, right, is that she sold in the final to Hercule in exchange for money. So that part's already happened. I'm not sure. I genuinely can't remember because Goten and Trunks don't fuse at any point. So is it supposed to take place before they've learned fusion? But the thing is, if that was the case, like Majin Buu would still be out there and around causing trouble and everything while that movie happens. So I'm really not sure about that. The BUU Broly movie, confusing in terms of placement. And then of course the Harudagan movie, I always thought that as the final movie, I always thought that took place after the end of the Buu Saga. But of course Goku goes Super Saiyan 3, does the Dragon Fist. So either way, the timing for some of the movies is a little bit confusing. And the thing is, I think the reasoning behind putting some of these characters on the Buu Saga is because the main versions of those characters like only really exist in the Buu Saga and then movies, right? So like this Super Saiyan grown-up Gohan, in terms of the actual just Dragon Ball Z canon, is only in the Buu Saga. And then when we think about like Super Saiyan, Goten and Trunks, I mean Goten and Trunks in general only in the BUU saga. I mean, I guess technically Trunks is in the earlier sagas as a baby, but Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks only in the BUU saga. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, in terms of the actual canon series, only in the BUU saga. So I guess that could be a reason to explain why those characters get to be on the category and then other units don't. Because like, if Dragon Fist Goku gets to be on the movie hero and on the BUU saga category, despite being from the Hirudegarn movie, then why is Tapion not on the BUU saga? And that goes back to what I was just saying, is obviously Tapion doesn't appear in the BUU saga as well, whereas obviously Super Saiyan 3 Goku appears in the BUU saga and then is in the Hirudegarn movie, which it's very strange. I'm not really sure the thought process, especially why they've waited so long. I mean, I guess it makes sense to do it now, because with this celebration, BUU saga is getting a bunch of buffs, but it does seem a bit weird. But at the end of the day, the main takeaway is that adding characters onto some categories is really only a net positive thing, right? Because the more categories characters are on, the more options we have for team building and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it is only a good thing. It's just slightly confusing as to why certain characters get chosen, other characters don't, but it is what it is. Interesting to see, like, because even the Great Saiyaman, the free-to-play int one, and like Great Saiyaman 2 free-to-play physical one, I think are from the Hirudegarn like DB story event, they've been added to it. And obviously, again, going back to what I was saying previously, like, if that is the reasoning, Saiyaman and Saiyaman 2 only appear in the BUU saga, so I guess it makes sense to a certain extent, but I don't know, still kind of weird. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. But at the end of the day, categories have always been weird in Dokkan. There's always like characters on certain categories which might not make as much sense, and then characters who are very clearly missing categories that it would make a lot of sense for them to be on. So obviously, you know, that's clearly not changing anytime soon. But having some characters added onto another category, like I say, is only really ever a net positive, so that we can have some more team building options and things like that. So BUU saga getting a lot of buffs. If the anniversary, because I know a lot of people, you know, we're waiting to see who the Carnival LR is going to be upcoming in December. Some people think they will drop a Vegito. I don't think they would drop something that hype in that slot, but you never know. Because if we get an LR Carnival Vegito that is 200% Majin BUU saga, then oh boy, that team's going to be a lot of fun. And even if we have to wait until the actual anniversary to get that, like if we're going to get fusions for the anniversary and we get a new Vegito and a new Gogeta potentially, then even so, that would be very cool for the BUU saga team to have a new like 200% leader and significantly buff that team. So if we're able to, are we up 50% or less HP? I was going to say, if we're able to maintain this HP, we might actually be able to get the fusion for... we won't be able to get the Int Vegito fusion. We could get the... We can get one of the STR Goku and Vegetas to fuse though, so I guess we should do that, right? Get the Scouter up here. We know the good thing is about double Scouter is then it would give us the ability, if we wanted to, we could use Dragon Fist Goku standby. The only problem is he'd have to get attacked like 4 times before he actually is then going to take the actual super, which means if he doesn't dodge any of those attacks, he's going to take a huge amount of damage. I think Vegito with the counters, would he actually, I don't want to break up the rotation though, but he probably would tank the super here, right? And obviously he's going to do a ton of damage with the counters as well. Not a lot of ki though, which is awkward. But yeah, we will go ahead and do this. We'll do this. Obviously the team, not the craziest. Still not like the hands down the best team in the game or anything with these couple of extra additions. Although it is a nice little addition to the setup. Dragon Fist Goku, of course, like if you're running Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku's team, you can run Dragon Fist Goku on that team as his link partner anyway. But having him added onto BUU SAGA is definitely cool. If we get any missions, considering that this celebration is buffing the BUU SAGA quite significantly, if we get any missions for using like full BUU SAGA teams or anything like that, then obviously these guys being added on there makes a nice little extra setup. But hopefully, oh, Vegito got the dodge, let's go. I was about to say, actually, to be fair, that is not good. I was going to say, hopefully Vegito takes some damage from this super, but not enough to kill us. And then obviously we'll then go into the next turn and actually get the Int Vegito fusion. But unfortunately, that's looking a bit unlikely now. Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku with the damage reduction he builds up from his passive to make up for the little bit that he's... Well, he builds up a little bit to make up for the big amount that he's losing. But I think he should be almost maxed out at that point. So his damage reduction here will still be okay for tanking a normal. And then Dragon Fist Goku, 17.5. He definitely needs to dodge if it was a super. But the thing with Dragon Fist Goku is he has a 70% chance to dodge in slot 3 or 2 or 3. But he would tank normals. His post-super raw defense is actually quite good. Oh, I just realized as well, this is such a massive waste. Man, because we lose the Family Kamehameha on this turn. Because it's the final turn of the standby, we have to use it. So, massive overkill. We needed like one more additional super or something on the previous turn and we could have been all good. Got this fired off in the final phase and now it's a massive waste using it to kill Super Saiyan Gogeta, who's basically dead. Pretty unfortunate. But yeah, I mean the run itself just for fun. We're not trying to achieve anything specific here, but I just wanted to do a video talking about the BUU SAGA buffs. Let me know what you guys think, obviously, of them buffing these categories. Let me know your thoughts on why, what the thought process possibly is, right, that these 3 movies, the characters count as BUU SAGA characters. Because, like, the first Broly movie is supposed to take place in the days before the Cell games. Because Gohan can already go Super Saiyan, but it's supposed to be before Cell is defeated, I'm fairly sure. Which means then that like why is like the physical Super Saiyan trio, for example, not on Android / Cell Saga, because that movie should take place around that time. The only place, and going back to like the previous thing I was saying about maybe it's because of this, right? The only time you would see Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Gohan, and Super Saiyan Trunks in the Z like thing is in the Cell Saga. So yeah, very confusing. I don't know. Gogeta hits so hard. This is going to be super awkward. Do we actually just die here? It's very possible that we do. I think because Vegito's got type disadvantage. I mean, with the damage reduction he does have, maybe he would be okay in slot 1. I'm not really sure. But I think we probably are just dead now. Because Goku obviously losing out on that damage reduction as the fight goes on. How much does he take from this? I mean, that's honestly not that bad, but yeah, if Goten and Trunks don't dodge, we probably are just dead here. And of course they didn't. 842k. Oof. Well, there you go. So BUU SAGA is still a fun team. I mean, guess running the double 180 leads is obviously not as good, but I've already got this filtered here by BUU SAGA. Actually, I think I threw it on Kamehameha just to make sure we could get those allies for the Goten and Trunks. But yeah, you can see here we've got Goten and Trunks. We got this guy who obviously, again, this is the Goten from the Broly movie. We got the Tech Krillins, the Int Saiyaman is on here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. So it's interesting that these guys have all been added onto the BUU SAGA. Let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What other categories do you think should get some of these extra buffs? Have some of these characters included on categories that they're not on? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.